A lot of the policies that we have put in place has kind of helped lead the devastation in Venezuela, and we've sort of set the stage for where we are arriving today. This particular bullying and the use of sanctions to eventually intervene and make regime change really does not help the people of countries like Venezuela, and it certainly does not help, and it's not in the interest of the United States.
That's her take. The Trump administration fires back at Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman, for suggesting that the United States is at least partly to blame for the crisis that's unfolding in Venezuela. Here is the Vice President, Mike Pence.
The congresswoman doesn't know what she's talking about. Nicolas Maduro is a socialist dictator who's taken what was once one of the most prosperous nations in this hemisphere and brought it literally to a level of deprivation and oppression and poverty that we have never seen.
Strong words there from the Vice President. The freshman Democrat tweeting a short time ago, women of color have heard this before. Instead of we disagree, it's she doesn't know what she's talking about. They have to make us feel small, she says. This from an administration that thinks climate change is a Chinese hoax. Joining me now, Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw of Texas. Congressman, good to have you with us today. Thank you for being here tonight. What do you make of all that?
Well, her opinion is one that is not based on facts or reality. Okay, I've been going to Venezuela a long time. My family actually used to live in Caracas, and I've traveled there a number of times. I've watched these policies ruin the country. It's not U.S. policy, and notice she didn't give an example because she doesn't have any, but what's actually happened is through price controls and nationalization of private industry, you've ruined an economy. And we have 100 years of examples to show for this. When you put in these kind of socialist policies, it destroys a country. It happens over and over again. People starve. That is what's happening right now. These failed ideas that keep bubbling up. And it's a real shame to see that we have members of Congress actually defending them and always going back to this. It's the U.S.'s fault. It's always America's fault. And if you disagree with me, you're disagreeing with me because of my identity. That's basically what she said in that tweet. And that's really cheap. That's a really cheap shot to take.
Let me ask you this.